Okay, we're 1 week in and we're already having existential crises, which we love for me. So here's the deal. I was supposed to start this video last Thursday and I got immensely stuck on the point where we ended up last video, which is that I have to overhaul the world map. Here's the thing, I don't have to overhaul the world map, or at least I don't have to do it in the order that I keep telling myself I have to. I am a bottom-up writer. I work best starting from the small and the human and the immediate, and kind of as I write more and more, that can give me a through line. That's how I got to the timeline that I currently have of my world that spans a few thousand years. But I didn't start with that timeline. I started with a whole bunch of random characters and cities and events and that kind of thing. And I keep running into the issue that now that I have a timeline and I have a vague structure of a world map for the first kind of phase, that I keep telling myself that now that I've got this zoomed out image, that's what I have to keep working on, that's what I have to keep focusing on, and the truth is I do not. So I'm gonna scrap that. I'm gonna scrap that this week we're going to spend overhauling the world map, because it's just not something that I am enjoying. And instead I want to do the exact opposite. I want to zoom in. Specifically, what I would like to zoom in is Tar, the split village. And I want to make it a creative project today to zoom into this village as much as possible, as much as is fun for me, and then slowly zoom back out from there. What I think we're going to do, but I'm gonna leave that open and free, is start with a singular building in that town and build my way out. This week we're just going to have fun with it, and I want to zoom in. And what I think I would love to start with, that I think would get me excited again, is the tavern in the split village. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to try and do this week. It is currently the 9th of June. It is a Monday. I am sitting in the office at work a solid 5 minutes before my shift starts, rambling this all out so I can get it out of my system. Okay, so here is what I want the tavern to look like in basis. Now, I want to apologize beforehand. I am recording this outside while I'm going on a walk towards the store. So if there's any car driving by and that clips into my audio, I'm sorry. Basically, what I want it to be is downstairs, relatively normal tavern. Basically, downstairs, tavern, bar, drinks. What I also want is a little shed, almost like tacked to the side of it. You can enter from inside the tavern. People can drop off stuff that they don't need anymore, don't use anymore. You know, clothing, blankets, that kind of a thing. And other people can come pick it up. That's not really a shop kind of a thing. The kind of philosophy I want this village to have is that the resources that they have are valuable. They have to hunt for them, they have to gather for them. Farming is a very kind of harsh thing to do, and whatever they can hark in for furs, meats, fibers, cottons, if they even have access to that, I still have to look into that. That is hard won. So we don't throw shit away. One, because we don't have a good garbage method. Fun thing to look into in history. We never really did until very recently. But two, you know, you don't throw away something you've spent hours and hours making. That is just not useful. So they just have a storage space near the inn. People can go and drop off or pick up things that, you know, are valuable, but maybe not to them anymore. Then attached to the back of the inn will be a little kind of kitchen situation. And that too will have a storage unit that's a little bit expanded from what a normal tavern would need, as it can store and house kind of bulk meats or grains or whatever they can pull in for the times where they are not able to. I think that will also include something cellar-esque, likely not like a cellar you can walk into. I'm thinking more so pits they can like dig into the ground, they can put stuff into, that it's just a lower temperature because it's underground and they're in a cold biome, and they just cover that pit with something that is a little bit isolating, right? That's how I'm thinking of it. Maybe outside of the tavern they dig some shit into the ground or something so they can bury it in the snow, they can make little makeshift freezers, that kind of stuff. That's what I want it to look like at this point. That's me just spitballing what I think the tavern needs. Oh yeah, and then upstairs we also have some of the rooms for the people who live in / run the tavern. I don't quite remember, but I believe they were family of one of the two mayors, like a sister or something, but I forget. So yeah, that's I think as far as I've gotten. That last clip you saw was as far as I got with the layout of the tavern. This is, however, where I'm going to end the video for now, as this week has been a mess and I just want to get this out. So while I leave you off with a video of my cat trying desperately to get to a moth that is on the other side of the glass, I will just say that I will see you next week. I thank you for watching, and hopefully the next one I will get out on Thursday. Thank you.